Hey guys, so we're back again. It's still the 16th of March today. It's just getting on now. It's about 6:30 at night. So now that all the jobs are done in the allotment for the day, I thought I'd come home and start to plant some seeds. So I'll just quickly give you guys a quick look at what I'm going to plant, and then I'll show you guys how I do one or two of them, and then we'll get back when I finish them all. So starting off over here, I'm gonna sow my shallots, which are Zeb-ru-dean shallots, the banana shallots. Got a good few packets of those to sow. I'm gonna sow probably between 200 and 250 of them this year. Moving on, we have our kale, which is just the standard variety that everyone seems to grow. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because I'm sure I'll butcher it. Moving on, we have some cabbages, just cabbage white, which we'll sow on today as well. We got some cauliflowers, which are all year round. I ordered those last year off of DT Brown. Moving on again, we have some broccoli, which is green calberries, I think they're called. Can't quite see them through the screen here. I should move the camera and read it really. Moving on again, we have two different types of beetroot here. We have Detroit 2 and what are they? Boltardi. So I'll probably sow between 40 and 80 of those since I do quite like my beetroot. We got some Swedes as well, which are the best of all, is it? Yeah, best of all. Moving on, we've got some chard, which is just standard chard, bright light, comes up, it's lovely stuff. Still got some of that down the allotment at the minute, but I'm sure it'll go to seed eventually, so I'll sow some more now. Same goes for the spinach, it's just some perpetual spinach, so we'll sow up some more of that. Moving on, we got some snowball turnips there, which didn't do very well last year, and along with the Swede actually, they didn't swell up like I hoped, so hopefully this year now we'll have a bit of a better year for them. Moving on then, we've got a few different types of lettuce actually. This variety I had from DT Brown last year when I ordered some seeds from a free trial packet. I believe it's a cut and come again variety, so I'll probably sow some of that up along with some of my other cut and come again lettuces. Also we had these sent as a free trial I think last year, which is all year round lettuce. I was planning to have some of this out in the greenhouse in the winter this year, but I just never got around to it, to be honest. I don't think we're going to sow any of that today since by the time we get around to it, I'm sure we'll have plenty of lettuce anyway. Moving on to my favourite kind of lettuce then, which is obviously going to be the little gem lettuce. Brilliant little hearts on them. So we'll sow up a couple of dozen, or a dozen, should I say, of those. We won't sow too many just yet. We'll do continuing sowings throughout the year, every couple of weeks apart probably. And then finally, what we'll sow today is some of these free onion seeds that I got off of DT Brown this year. I believe they are a bulbless, almost like a spring onion. I've never grown this type of onion before, so we'll give them a go this year now and see how they turn out. We still have plenty of other seed packets here. You can see all of my bags full of seeds there, and I've got a couple of boxes full of seeds there. This top one is just all the seeds that I've kept myself for my plants. So I don't think I'm going to have enough trays or compost to plant those up today. We've got plenty of flower seeds in here. Got about 20 packets of flower seeds that we need to get around to planting as well. So yeah, without further ado, I guess I'll better make a start on getting these sowed. So I'll check in with you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so I've just got a tray in front of me here now. Got a pencil as well. I find the easiest way to do this is just to come along with a pencil and slowly just make some dibbed holes in the centre. They don't have to be too deep, just up until the tip of the pencil is fine. I find this compost has dried out a bit since I did leave it out in the sun all last night, so the holes ain't quite staying open as I'd like them to. So I think I'm going to have to mist this compost down and do these again. But we just go along. I won't bore you by doing them all. So then all we do then is we get our seeds, we tip them into a little bit of card like this. This is a great tip, by the way, that I picked up off of Muddy Boots Allotment over on YouTube. It uses a little bit of card like this and it gives you so much control over the seeds, and it also stops any chemicals or residues that you've got on your hands getting on the seeds and affecting germination. So this way you're not touching the seeds, so you know that you're not putting any adverse effects on them. So all we do then is we just grab a cocktail skewer and then we'll just come along, and I tend to just plant one seed per module. And then another great tip from Dan over in Allotment Diary is with a few spare seeds that you have at the end, just grab a tray like this old ice cream tub, put a few holes in the bottom, fill up with compost, and just scatter some seeds across the top, the remaining ones. So that way, if you have any misfires or misgerminations in here, you can always prick out a couple from this one and just fill in the gaps. So I'll just get on with these now, and then I'll get back to you shortly. Okay then guys, so I've just finished showing up this seed tray now. So all I do, I don't tend to put any compost over the top of my seeds. All I do, I lift up the tray a few inches off the ground, and I just give it a light tap like that. And that will just resettle the compost back over and fill in all of those holes. So those seeds now are all below the surface. So then all I do is I grab my trusty water sprayer. I think I picked this one up at Home Bargains. I think it cost me £1 or £2, cheap as chips, but it's a good quality one that's lasted me about 3 or 4 years now. So I'll just pump this up and then we will just give her a spray. I shouldn't really be doing this where I'm sowing seeds, but for the purpose of this video I'll just do it here. So we make those nice and damp, because the compost did dry out quite a bit today, so we make sure it's got plenty of water. And then all we do now is we pop that into a propagator in a seed tray, and we pop it into our grow room, which I'll show you guys shortly once I've finished all these seeds. So I'll get on with finishing off these banana shallots and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay guys, so I've just finished planting up the banana shallots. I planted a total of 320 of them, I believe. I've just got a little bit of seed left now from my third packet. So what I'm going to do is, like I said earlier, the same as Dan from Allotment Diary. I'm just going to just put a little bit of compost into an old takeaway box. Put a few holes in the bottom of it as well. And then I'm just going to use my little bit of seed cardboard thing here. And sprinkle them on. Again, this is a great way of doing it. This is the first time I've ever used a little bit of cardboard like this to spread my seeds out, but it works brilliantly. So again, big thanks out to Muddy Boots for showing me this. I think I should have got a bit of a bigger tub, to be honest, because these are getting pretty dense in here now. But we'll just sprinkle them all in. There's no point keeping them. These were from last year anyway. So I'll just sprinkle them all in like that, so they're all on the surface. I'll give them a little watering in and a little covering of compost from outside, and then we'll pop them in the tent with the rest of the plants. So if we have any misfires in those, we'll just prick a couple of these out and pop them in. So cool, I'll be back with you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so next of all we're going to plant some spinach and some chard. Just got a normal 40 salad tray here again. These seeds are pretty big, so you can normally plant them straight into the ground, but this year I'm just going to plant everything into trays, I think, just to make my life a little easier since I've still got some work to do down the allotment. So I'm just going to plant 20 of each, so put a few seeds into our little seed spreader here, and we'll put them in one at a time. Just like this. I'll try and get through these as quick as I can, not to bore you guys to death, since I'm sure many of you have got to do this for yourselves anyway. So we'll just plant up 20 of these. Missed the hole. There's 15. 5 more. This one doesn't look too good, so we'll get a different one. 3. There we go. That's them planted. So, also another thing that we need to do is use our plant labels. I'll get a couple out. I grab a permanent marker, just a Sharpie, and what do we just put in there? Spinach, right? Just spinach? Yeah. Cool. So we'll just write on here. It's just normal petal spinach. And the date. So the date today is the 16th of the 3rd. So we shall pop that into here, so we know where they end and where the next ones begin. Another tip I did pick up off of Muddy Boots Allotment was to use some electrical tape, but unfortunately I've only got some dark brown tape at the minute, and the black pen doesn't really stand out on it. It's a really good idea, because obviously buying these every year is just a waste of money really, you know, just buy a roll of tape, get a bit of tape, pop them on, and that'll do you well. So I would definitely recommend that over using labels. The only plus side to using these labels is once you go to plant them out in your allotment, you can obviously just pull this out of the tray and pop them in the ground so you know what you've got there. But I'll just get on now and do the chard on the other side, and then we'll get back to you. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay guys, so it's time to sow our beetroot for the year. We've got Detroit, oh Christ almighty, that wasn't good. Whoops, seems like we've already sown them. So I guess I better go and clean that up in a minute and just make sure I got a few of these seeds. Right, with it closed this time, we have some Detroit 2, which are crimson gold, and we have some Bolt Hardy. So, oh Jesus. So what I'll do, since these have probably got damp now, it seems like I'm going to have to sow these. I'm going to do one tray of each, and then at the end of the year we can compare to see which we like best. These just happen to be some seeds I have. I believe I got given these last year. So I'll get on, clean this mess up, and sow them in the tray, and I'll get back to you guys shortly once I've finished and we move on to something else. So I'll see you in a minute. Oh God. Okay guys, so we've just finished planting up our beetroot. God, that was an absolute nightmare. I had to get a pair of tweezers to try and pick out all the seeds that have fallen in the wrong slots. I'm sure that a lot of them have got more than one now, but as long as they do have one each, I'm happy with that. I do have a quick question actually, just in case anyone knows this. With beetroot seed, like you know, these type of seeds that are very rough, I do notice that whenever you plant these, like chard, beetroot, spinach, etc., I notice that once you plant them, sometimes more than one set of leaves will come up, so it looks like there's more than one seedling in each tray, even though you know that you've only planted one seed. So I was wondering, are these seeds sort of multi-seed sort of stuck together or something? I've always wondered that. I should do a little bit of research on it, but if anyone knows the answer to that, post it down below in the comments and that would be greatly appreciated. But so we got our last seed tray here now. I need to pop down to Wilkinson's tomorrow to pick up a load more to finish planting up our seeds for this year. So in this last tray I'm going to plant up some turnips, some snowball turnips. So I'll grab my trusty bit of card and sprinkle a few of these on. And again, I'll just put one seed in each hole. Whoop! God, I'm being a bit terrible tonight with this. I just spilt a few of them out back. Yeah, so we'll... Whoop! Christ! Yeah, they're going everywhere with this. So these ones are very small. So I'll tell you what, I'll put 2 in per each. So we'll... Whoop! Christ almighty, they're going everywhere. This is a good method, but for these round seeds, you've got to really be careful you don't tilt the cardboard too much, otherwise they do tend to go everywhere. So I'm just going to get on now. I'll finish these off. Like I said, we run out of seed trays, so we can't continue on tonight. So once I've been down to Wilkinson's tomorrow, we'll come back home and we'll pick up with this, we'll finish off our seed sowing, and then I'll give you a tour of my little grow tent that I've set up. So until tonight guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow, so take care and I'll see you then.